Passports up, everything else down. It's the man, the myth, the legend. My name is Brazil. Yes. Salute to you all, man. Let's just say this, it's raining a lot in Costa Rica. Every time you try to go out and do something, it starts pouring down, raining. So can't really go to the beach or anything like that. So it is what it is. Salute to you all. My last stream, salute to OG, Traveler Quadruple 4, Traveler 4444. He donated another gang loader, and he's the only one that's been doing it lately. So salute to him. I want to give him his flowers. I don't want to give nobody else no shine because he's been doing it consistently. So salute to that brother. Gabriel, what up, yo? Yo, look what I found out here, yo. Look what I found out here. So it tastes different than Costa Rican beer. Costa Rican beer is so, like, you could get a 6-pack in Costa Rican beer, and for a regular 6-pack is like $10, just to let y'all know. It's crazy how expensive it is getting in Costa Rica for just regular stuff. Let's just check the passport, guys. God bless you in the sunny skies and lovely company. Salute to you, Gabriel. Appreciate it, man. Y'all hit that thumbs up. Appreciate the likes, Gabriel. So shout out to my man, Gabriel. But yeah, let me just say this. And I want to be respectful when I say this, but I also want to be disrespectful in the approach, right, to what's happening. All of the dudes that's going out there doing dirtball stuff, they don't represent nothing that has to do with the Blue Book gentlemen. The dudes going overseas as passport bros who represent that. They have nothing to do with that. I won't allow, on my end, I'm talking about from what I can speak and say, I won't allow from what I can speak and say to shout out good time Grego. What up, Grego? And we're gonna talk about what Grego just said in the group. So we're gonna get into that. But you know, and hopefully the group is watching because I really want to talk about it because this is something sad. Even if I don't like dude, I think dude is whack, right? I think dude is cool. I think I don't care what I think about a particular person. Right is right and wrong is wrong. And people hate me because I operate like that, right? And let me just say this. Dirt balls don't represent what the passport bros have been doing. Dirt balls will not be in control of it. We won't let women control the narrative, even though I talk about all topics now, and I'm mainly promoting my books because I wrote 50 of them now. Just because I'm promoting those doesn't mean I don't still have a connection with the passport bros movement. It's great to see you as well. Shout out to you, TR. But just understand that, man. Just understand that those guys over there overseas doing dirtball stuff, trying to record it, and just nonsense doesn't represent the passport bros. Never have, never will. When nobody wasn't talking about this stuff, my videos is on TikTok going viral. Now, I'm glad. See, how you supplant yourself is with a paper trail. And I put a book out there called #PassportBros, the official ideology. And I put that out there on purpose, and you can't take it off the internet. You will never be able to remove it. It's out there for the world to see and to get an idea of what the passport bros are, right? To clean it up a little bit. People cannot like it. It got certain outlines and tenets in there that people might not like and say, who is he? I am who I am, right? Not in the sense of the scriptures in the Most High, or what we know as Yahweh, or so I'm not saying it in that sense. I'm saying it in the sense of I'm just Jonas, and I stand on what I believe in. So just to get out the way. So Costa Rica has been very rainy. The rain is coming again. I was trying to go out, and because it's the weekend, more people do stuff. People work like crazy here during the week. I'm telling you, people in Costa Rica work their butts off. So let me just say that. Number, hold on, y'all. Oh shoot. Hold on. Man, what's in my eye? Hold on. So, shout out to the Blue Book gentlemen. Y'all see that? I'm gonna put them shirts back up on my website. I just got my books up there for now, but I'm going to put my t-shirts back on the website. So if you want a shirt, go get one. Shout out to the Blue Book gentlemen, because you know what I'm establishing in Costa Rica? And I've started to establish it in Brazil, but I haven't been there for a while now. So I got to reestablish it with, when you see this gives a certain credence, a certain respect, a certain, and I know who's a part of it and who's not. So you got to come through me only. But let's just say this, right? The position that we're in, right, where we see people have certain people on camera. Jay Clyde was known to have a certain person on camera. Grego, if people know him, off camera. My man that I know that's been traveling for a while had certain women on camera. You know, he coming, Traveler, ORD, had women on camera off camera, outside of YouTube. So people get familiar with who people are dating, right? They get familiar with who people are dating. Here's the thing. They get familiar with who people are dating, and they know for a fact that woman is doing all type of stuff behind closed doors to that man. We know these things, especially if you dating a foreign woman, because they're not afraid of their sexuality, right? That right there is number one. You see them all camera, you know they doing stuff behind the scenes, you know they connecting. I don't care if you agree with how he's treating her or how she's treating him. That has nothing to do with it, right? What I do know, Black Tiger, what up? What I do know is a lot of us who watch the majority of these channels know for a fact that when a man is seen on camera, or a woman is seen on camera with a man who's a content creator from the United States of America, you know that's solidified, especially if it's been 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, 5 years, don't matter. When that person separates from that woman, it's starting to rain already? It's starting to rain already, man. What is going on? I came during the wrong season, but I wanted to go to Limon and see the Grand Gala Parade. So I'm here. Now I got that solidified. Next year, every year after that, I will be in Costa Rica in August. So let's clarify that. That was the dope. And I still didn't put out the video because I'm taking my time. I do what I want. So, and I know y'all not used to that. Y'all used to somebody trying to appease an audience or get brownie points from the audience to do what the audience said. I don't operate like that. I guess that's why my channel hasn't grown. But here it is. If a dude you see on camera with him year after year after year, then you proceed to try to be seen on camera, start you a YouTube channel with that woman that we know has been with that content creator for years. You're a sucker. Let me say that. Clip this, take this, put this somewhere. You're a sucker. If you trying to date somebody who's been, you dudes are weird to me. I told you, most of you are weird. Y'all never had many of you have never had the appearance, right? The show, the resemblance of a man that has gotten with a pretty woman or has been with a pretty woman before, right? So, with that being said, you act as if, Chris, what up, yo? You act as if you never seen a woman before. So instead of you saying, well, if he got her, he's been on camera with her, I can go get a beautiful woman. I can go get a woman from that country, whether it's Asia, Africa, Europe, South America, Central America, island countries, doesn't matter. I can go get a woman that looks like this. I can go get a woman, but instead you say no. I think I'm a destroyed looking individual, and all I'm doing is being a satellite for that woman that's talking to that content creator, and I want his woman. I want the woman that he has. I want the woman that desires him and he desires her at that time. I want that. So I'm going to sit around, or I'm going to secretly talk to her. There's millions of women in Asia that a lot of you guys can go to. There's millions of women in Africa that are single, that's ready for somebody that you can go to. There's millions of women in South and Central and the Caribbean islands, the island countries, that you fellas can go to. You all choose to wait around for a content creator's woman for them to break up, so you can hopefully be with her because you see her as attractive and you think, even though you're going overseas, you can't get her. And then for your sucker, let me calm. Most High, calm me down. For you to think that it's okay to be seen on camera with somebody that the travel community knew was another man's girl for all of those years, bananas. You think I would date anybody that Clyde has dated? Y'all seen him on camera with certain women, or have you seen him in person, even if Clyde couldn't put him on camera? You think I would, like, literally get on camera with another? When I saw that, I don't pay attention to anything. I watched the video, right? And I said, in Thailand with my girlfriend, I was like, and I looked at the name. It wasn't the name of the person that we've seen this lady with for the years. And then I looked, it was a different dude. And then I see the intro of the video, which is suspect, because now these guys taking their retirement money and being somebody overseas, right? I look, I said, yo, this ain't. I said, okay. I'm looking, and I'm like, for you to have that as a title is crazy. He said, Costa Rica, yes. Yeah. For you to have that as a title is crazy. You, it's just crazy. We know for a fact my man was with this woman for years. We know this for a fact. We know this for a fact that he was seen on camera with her for years. And for you to get on there now and say, my girlfriend, and for you to be, and shout out to Clyde, and for you to be pillow talking about their relationship, you dudes are whack. That's what I told you. I don't like none of you. I don't like a lot of you dudes. I don't care what y'all say about you. You say, yes, got kids all overseas. Okay? You can say, yes, is ugly. Okay? You can say, yes, is broke. None of that bothers me. Have y'all realized I've been doing content for over 10 years and nothing what you says bother me? Have you guys ever thought about this? I don't like him. Who cares, yo? Who cares, yo? So just don't do that. Don't be that dude. I told you that happened to me, man. It's a whack ass dude. You can tell he was whack. Going overseas now, you could tell yo, y'all don't like the truth because a broke clock will be right a couple times a day, as they say, right? And I know women have said this that don't like us, but I just want to say, a lot of you all, I don't know how to frame this, man, because I don't want to sound like one of them, even though it's the truth. Hell, I don't care. Y'all don't rock with me anyway. Let me say it, right? A lot of dudes have this thing where I'm trying to frame this in a way where it doesn't sound like I'm doing what we've been attacked for years. A lot of guys seem to be in desperation mode when it comes to going overseas finding women. Don't be one of those ones in desperation mode. Please don't. Desperation mode will have you losing a lot of time, money, and all of that. Alex G. Nitroi, shout out to Alex. A lot of you all will harm yourselves by doing that, or you'll exacerbate the potential for you to only be seen as one type of guy by even foreign women. Don't do that. Don't do that. Be one of those ones that can find a woman overseas, right, in a legitimate relationship, and also be one of those ones that you get to have the option if you want to get a lady of the night. That's your option, right? But you don't be in desperation mode and say, well, I'm over here. I need to get my rocks up and do all of this, right? Now, If that's you, cool. If that's in your nature, that's you. That's cool for you to do. I don't agree with it. I'm never going to agree with it. I'm never going to promote it. Y'all know how I've been doing. I just don't operate like that. I've said this for years. Go back to all of my live streams. I don't promote it. That's always been my motto. Now people have adopted that. I hear guys saying I don't promote it, right? And you got to make it clear. That's why I like when 50 said this. I am not gang gang. I do not gang bang. Notice how he separated himself. Whether you agree with it or not, some cats out there, well, I do gang bang because they don't have nothing to lose. They're dirt balls. That's how we want to be in the passport movement, right? You got the dirt balls who don't care. They're dirt ball bros. Let's call them what they are. Dirt ball bros. They're not passport bros, they're dirt ball bros. That's the new saying for them. I just created a new term for them. So when y'all do y'all videos and y'all make y'all videos, say, well, Yesh said a good saying about these guys. They're not passport bros, they're dirt ball bros. We should now call them dirt ball bros. This should be put in everybody's chat from now on. I'm a creator, y'all not. I wrote all these books because I got a creative mind. You guys are not. You borrow somebody else's creation. That's cool. But when you do it, give credit to where you heard it from. Let's call them what they are, dirtball bros. Oh man, he's part of the dirtball bros. If you see a person going overseas doing debaucherous, filthy, sadistic, unruly, unlawfully, or lawless, I should say, unethical things, you guys need to call them dirtball bros. From now on, that's their title. So when you see somebody doing something, put in a title, dirtball bros. They don't represent what we represent. The Blue Book gentlemen, the passport bros, call them dirtball bros. That's what they are, they dirtball bros. They just have a passport being dirtballs. Roll out Darryl, what up, yo? You can call them dirtball bros, you can call them dingy bros, you can call them dingy bros, dirtball bros. I like dirtball bros better. They don't have PBB. You know how passport bros? I have PPBB. PPB. They got DBB. Jamel around the world, what up, brother? Y'all hit that like button. Y'all hit that thumbs up. Y'all, we only got 4. It's a Friday. I'm here. It's raining outside right now. Can't do nothing. Here, it's crazy. It rained for hours. The other night, it rained for 3 hours straight. Let me repeat. The other night here, it rained for 3 hours straight, yo. So, just to let y'all know, I'm still out here. And the price of Costa Rica is rising, man. Price of Costa Rica, you got to get away from the tourist areas. You have to. Yo, anytime I go inland, I can be at a table full of 10 people and you talk about it's cheap, yo. If dudes pay players in line, Cam, I'll go behind a man's back to get their girl. Nah, if you paying for a woman, anybody can be with her. I wouldn't, yo, there's plenty of times, that's on y'all. Like, but plenty of times, I know somebody that we was out in Brazil. Remember, I was staying out in Brazil for like 4 months. Everything that Dean touched, never touched. Anybody that I remember that, J. Clyde or anybody, roll out Dow, appreciate the Cash App, brother. Roll out Dow on the Cash App. But anybody that J. Clyde touched, I won't touch. Grego touched, I wouldn't touch. That's just me. I don't, like, I didn't care if you're a woman of the night. Never, I was like, Now y'all know I don't do that stuff no more, but it just wasn't me. It just wasn't me. I wish you and Sigma would trademark passive rules instead of... Yeah, I know, man. Shout out to King Sigma. I ain't speak to him in a minute. Shout out to King Sigma. That was all King Sigma's work, man. That dude right there, man. He the one who kicked off all of this. So now I kicked off Dirtball Bros. Don't be a dirtball bro. That's a good one for the dirty. So you don't be friends with dirt. You be friends with them from afar. It's been raining. See? It just rains here. It just rains. I don't blame you at all going after. Yo, I go Grego trolling. He said, I don't blame you for going after me. Nah, I just don't. So I'm glad I'm in a different mind frame. So I'm in a different mind frame, yo. When it comes to travel, that's why my focus is on my books, enriching my audiences about my books, instead of going overseas, just wasting frivolous time, not expanding anything as far as business or anything. We've taken a chance allowing the 2025 is young dudes year. Black Tiger, you ain't going nowhere. Shut up. He said, I'm glad you are done with the foreign women handling. I didn't say that. I didn't say that. I didn't say I was done with the foreign women. I don't know where you get that from. The women that I've built connections with over the years that I have more concrete connections with, those are the ones I deal with. Let's clear that up. Let's clear that up. Like Itagwai, y'all seen me plenty of times with like a person like her, or like if I'm talking to short hair like that seriously or something like that. That's what I'm speaking of. If I make connections with them, that's different. But if they just roll out Darrow again on the Cash App, salute, brother. Salute, man. So if I make connections with them throughout the years, yes, and they're good people and you know they're good people, that's what I'm talking about. But just going after ladies of the night and stuff like that, that's what y'all want to do. I told you, hang out with y'all when that comes that time. All right, brother, I'm out. That's it. That's it. And I don't smoke cigars no more, so it's just gonna be me chilling on the beach. That's it. Me chilling on the beach, going to a spot with good music and leaving from there. I'm traveling, that's why I got a passport and I'm stacking money. Salute to you, young man. Nothing wrong with that, Black Tiger. Salute to you. It's Friday. What y'all doing? What time is it out in the States? 10:30. So it's about 12 in the afternoon. Told y'all I was gonna be out in Costa Rica for a while. I told you I needed to take a break. And my next trip is gonna be crazy because I'm going to Thailand. My next trip I'm going to Thailand. So that's gonna be crazy. Thailand is gonna be crazy. Like I'm officially going to Thailand. Like it's official. It's not even hesitation. It's no me trying to, I'm going back, renew my passport, and I'm headed to Thailand, man. So I'll probably be out in Thailand in probably like a month and a half or so. Month and a half. So a few weeks to about six weeks. I want to go to, I gotta go to Thailand. Mike is out there too, and I want to go chill with Mike. And so y'all can see me on the live stream with Mike, and y'all can go support that brother's content on TikTok and YouTube, man. Yeah, I'm going to Thailand. I want to get that out the way. But I do want to make a stop to the Philippines. I want to make a stop to Japan. I want to make a stop to those two places. But Thailand is on my radar. Hopefully no wars and stuff break out where we have a smooth travel. But yeah, Thailand is on my radar. I got to get in touch with Vic. I told y'all that all of the places I would go, if I would go anywhere, because Vic is out there, to be South Africa. That's the only part. And maybe Tanzania. So that's maybe. But, you know, Tanzania was on my list years ago. But I see how so many, like women go there. I said I want to change it up. I don't see everybody going to Ghana now, so instead of South Africa. So that's why I go to South Africa, even though my man said it's dangerous out in South Africa because of the beefs going on. I don't know. What do you think? Vic is on the ground out there, so that's different. Still just a raining and a raining. It's just a raining and a raining. Yo, it's a lot of, like I told you, I was walking past a park, and I know for a fact that this is a park that's got all locals. I heard these two, like, I saw two older guys, and I looked, couldn't really tell, right? So I got closer. I heard them speaking in English. There's two older guys in their 70s out here in a part of part of Costa Rica where you wouldn't think that you would see two older American men just on a bench with birds everywhere and lots of Costa Rican people just chilling and talking, not bothering anybody. I seen a lady so pretty yesterday, man. I was like, man, you take her to the United States of America, she's gonna automatically be a 20 on everybody's scale. I wouldn't want that, because she's gonna be desired 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year, being bothered. And you got these sickos out here that are trying to follow her, and I wouldn't want that. Because they never seen a beautiful woman or been with a beautiful woman like that before. I told you, you know what's crazy? And it's about when you first get with a beautiful woman, you're making love to her. Let me clean it up, right? And you're looking at her and saying, I can't believe I'm with this beautiful woman. You, sir, have a lot of self-esteem that you need to work on. And we all were there. That's why it took time for us to work on our self-esteem, so that way we can feel how we feel in the States as well as overseas. That's why people are like, man, you walk around with a lot of confidence. Damn right I do. Damn right I do. And people try to break that. They try to crush you and try to, well, you suck, you this, you that. We never going to make him something. We're never going to do that. Y'all like how the Europeans are in all of these countries are getting together treating the Haitians. Y'all try to do that to people like me. Will you fight back, right? You win because they can't crush your confidence. And then you spend generations in people and even on the internet, I don't like him, never going to support him, never going to like him, never going to do that. Like how nations do, just because you fight back with your personality and win, and you win as far as they can't crush your confidence, win, right? They can't, you don't care what their words mean to you, that's a win, right? And you can keep going on, what's a win? But instead, a lot of Haitians fought against Napoleon and his army and all of the like. Sacrifice, think about what you have to sacrifice. Look how many Haitians sacrificed, 100 and some thousand to kill and fight off 80,000 of Napoleon's army. So I don't blame them. I don't blame them. So that's what it's like when you have confidence in yourself. And then for years, people pass that down and say, I want to treat you. Roll out, Dow, appreciate it, brother. Again on the Cash App, yo. Man, that brother's dropping them. And that's what it means for you to, they say they're going to spend, their kids are going to say, yo, never trust that. They're going to pass it down to their nephews. I don't like that YeshYonas guy. Then they're going to pass it down to their friends. Man, I don't like that guy. So that's the same thing I'm seeing as far as like an internet thing. Now again, the Haitian 1804 that right there was a quintessential mark. So I'm not putting myself on that level. I'm talking about if you want to look at it from mystical or mythical perspective and associated to what you're going through as a human, you can use that. So that's all I'm saying. And I'm using it in a mythical. So don't try and get with a woman who's been made famous by other childs, even if she's hot. Yeah, Black Tiger. That's what I'm saying. In a way. I don't know. This Presidente, even when I was out in the DR, these Presidentes don't do it for me. I don't know. The Presidentes don't do it for me. I'm about to crack open the Imperial. ¿Qué? ¿Qué te gusta hacer ahorita? Yo grabando video vivo por la gente migrando por esto. Mi cuerpo duele ahorita porque yo usando mi espalda por haciendo diferentes cosas. Lo que es tu difícil. Este techo de edificio, hacerlo. Cuando construyó este edificio, construye fraco, no fuerte. Cuando esté lloviendo, tú puedes ir viendo, o cuando escuchando, tú puedes oír cuando en la techo. You speak Spanish? What? You don't know? What? Oh, what am I saying? I said, well, my back hurts, and I don't know what I was doing, but I was using my back to, and I didn't say lift stuff, so, and then I jumped off that and said that when it's raining, I think that these roofs are a little weak because when you're really like listening, you hear when it's hitting, right? So I think there's a thin. So that's what I said. I said this building was built with a weak roof. Don't get it twisted. He said, I told you the only thing I practiced was Brazil Jiu-Jitsu. That's it. Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu is the only thing. My uncle is a 5th degree black belt who was training us when we were younger. That's why I was so good at boxing. That's why I was so fighting. Everybody know me as to be a fighter in the streets of Jersey. And they was like, don't mess with Yesh. He's crazy. So. But yeah, man, my uncle taught me a little something. My brother went into defense with, he said, of course, if you talk the way I talk and move the way I move, of course. So I don't want to say it on camera, but of course. Ooh. Just, you stay away from that negative stuff, man. Somebody tries to harm your home. Yo, I can't believe what I heard in Canada, yo. I can't believe what I heard in Canada. My mouth dropped. Y'all go look up the story yourselves. It was this guy. He's in a bed sleeping with him and his spouse, right? So he wakes up and it's this dude with a bow and arrow that comes into the bedroom. My man jumps up, grabs a knife, stabs my man up. My man on the floor leaking, right? Cops come, wrap my man up, put him on a stretcher, handcuff him to the stretcher, bring him to the hospital. He survived miraculously. He survived. I can't say it, but getting sliced up, right? He went in somebody's house at like 1 to 3 a.m., was in somebody's home with a bow and arrow, right? In Canada. They charged the homeowner for attempted murder. Hold on, let me repeat. They charged the homeowner for attempted murder. And then they put out a statement. Go look it up. They put out a statement about 2 days ago. This is why these countries that try to copy America, but they not like America, and they come with these weird ass laws. Canada's a shit show. They come out, right? The police chief makes a statement and says that if someone comes in your home, call us or keep running around the room. Look how dumb Canadians are. You're just dumb. The people, the government, right? The people that control the government, not all Canadians, but the people that control the Canadian government are dumb. The governmental officials in Canada are dumb. Let me say that for the record. You're dumb. You're stupid. You want a person to run around the room or run in the other room, lock the door, the person kicking the door, you run around the room and keep running and hopefully you get out. But you can never defend yourself. But you can never defend yourself. This is why Canada is laughable. This is why Canada is laughable. Shut the fuck up, Leas, whoever this fucking is. You. Let me get you out of here, you jerk off. But you can't never defend you. And the reason why I'm so passionate about this, right, is because they want the criminals to win. Look at what happened in the United States of America, what was this, earlier this year or last year? 3 boys ran up into somebody's home. My man let off, knocked all 3 of them off, right? The family come out, oh, he could have did something but other than kill him. He defending his home. You don't know what these guys coming in there with. And I'm supposed to not defend my home. That's what Canada's telling me. That's why I'm glad we don't have Canadian laws here. That's ridiculous. Absurd. Mind-numbingly stupid. It's absent of intelligence. So, Brother Zeke, what up, yo? Salute to Brother Zeke. But go look up the story. I couldn't believe what I was seeing. I was like, is this real? Until I really researched, and then I saw the police chief or whoever it is, the government official of police, saying that you just run into the other room or run around the room and keep running around until you hopefully get out your house. And then they're going to say at the end of it, I'm not saying not to protect yourself. That's exactly what you're saying. You're saying do everything you can but protect yourself and try not to be unalived. Canada is just dumb. That's that French blood, man. That's that French blood. And you know the weirdos over there in France. We can see the weirdos over there in France. There's a lot of weirdos in France. They've been even known to do what they did to us in slavery. Them some weird French mother. Look at what they did to Louisiana. The Spaniards and the French and some sick people, man. And we know that through slavery, and we still have that trauma in our bloodline right now as we speak. So you can miss me with that. If this was the Jews talking about the Holocaust, y'all wouldn't say nothing. Exactly. I mentioned that earlier, what they did to Haiti. Sadistic people. And y'all going to cheer them on for coming against. I don't care what Candace always represents, right? At this moment, we're not speaking about that. You guys don't know how to differentiate your arguments. That's the issue. You guys try to compile everything all in one. I told you, I don't like her for what she said about the George Floyd thing. I can't stand her for that. So she'll never be there. And I never thought she was highly intelligent. I said that she can destroy most of the women with her arguments because she's knowledgeable in certain things. Is she a critical thinker? No. This lady on TikTok did this, right? She said, well, you got to be intelligent to go to to university or the college, or you got to be intelligent. I hate when y'all say that people that want to go get degrees, you dumb. This is why you got to learn how to differentiate where you could still make a concrete argument on either side and make a clear argument and understand truth. Knowledge is the act of knowing what you've been taught, right? Learning, right? What you've been taught. Acquiring that knowledge for a specific industry or thing, right? That's knowledge. And that's what school is. It's learning. It's being educated in that particular intelligence is something that people rarely have, right? Critical thinking, logic and reasoning, understanding, right? Strategy, natural strategy, where you can't teach that, right? For the most part. Some people can learn aspects of that. They can learn aspects of, again, but that's still knowledge based. But to have critical thinking skills can't be taught, man. Cannot be taught. I can teach you a part of critical thinking, but for instance, if you put me in a position right now, like I've been in all of these years going overseas, you put me in dangerous positions, I can critically think what I'm going to do. Versus you got to have knowledge on it. Well, I've never been in this position before. I don't know what to do. I don't know how to get myself out of this. I don't know which way I can maneuver to get myself out of this because I've never been in this before. That's knowledge. That right there is knowledge. That means you're a knowledgeable person. That means if I give you the information, now you have the information, you're going to use the information I give you to get out of a specific occurrence or action, that the action that somebody's levying upon you. But if I'm intelligent, you're going to give me that. Again, natural forms of intelligence that you don't have to teach, right? You're gonna look at that. That's why they call it street smarts, but it's not street smarts. It's actual natural intelligence. So you look at that, you maneuver, and you're like, I'm out of it. I'm out of it. Because you have that critical thinking skill. You have the wherewithal, the natural logic, natural reasoning to get yourself out of that. You don't have to be taught that. So knowledge versus intelligence, man, it's different things, and you can never get around it. You guys you can come up with something, but it's not. Situational awareness and common sense can take you a long way. Exactly, that's part of intelligence. That form of common sense is part of that logical reasoning, part of that critical thinking. Situational awareness is part of that logic, is part of that critical thinking. So y'all can not like it. Y'all can try to come up with something just because I said it. You can not accept it because YeshYonas said it, and I don't like the way YeshYonas presents information. Cool. Don't care. That's why you guys are getting drugged overseas. That's why you guys are thinking you're doing good business decisions and getting milk for your 15, 20,000. That's why you guys are in the predicaments that you're in. And I'll still be in the predicament I am without somebody getting away with getting something from me. My gonorrhea who hurt you. Yeah, that's why I tried to mince my words earlier, because I didn't want to use those terms that women use on us when I'm talking about the dirtball bros, the dirtball passport dudes, right? So it's just like, that's why I just I had to find the right words to put them into context, because I don't want to sound like one of those ones. Who hurt you? You don't like your mama. That particular set. That's why you guys don't know why I do that. I take time. Sometimes, like when I talk about Canada, when I talk about France, when I talk about Spain, when I talk about Europe, remember that video I did on TikTok that's doing well with that dude with Great Britain, talking about passports, bros? A middle finger to him, because that right there is not targeting someone in the United States of America. These are countries outside of the United States of America, and a middle finger to all of them. Middle finger to France, a middle finger to Canada, middle finger to Spain. Don't care about none of these places. They're not American areas. I don't care how many allies they say we got. And I say, well, how many people that look like me are in the meetings with these people that you call allies? And it's always zero. Oh, there's some brilliant people out there. You just don't give them a shot. Some brilliant individuals out there. Now, don't just do the DEI thing where you just hire anybody. No. And say, I'm going to give this person a shot because they're black. No. Some people out there qualify and just happen to be black. That's what I'm speaking of. No foreigners. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about people that come here from generations upon generations in the United States of America soil. That's what I'm speaking of. Your bloodlines come from who happen to be black. That's called giving everybody a shot. What time is it now? It's 11. So, salute to you all, man. What time is it out there in the States now? It's like 1 o'clock. Y'all on your lunch break. It's Friday. Some of you all getting paid. Rollout Darryl really dropped everything on the Cashapp. Salute to him. Salute to everybody that do partake in that. I really want to thank you all. But has it stopped? Has it stopped? No, it's coming down lightly. It's very faint, but I can deal with that. Is it? Yeah, birds flying around in this. It must have stopped. If birds flying around. Yeah, so let me get out of here, man. I'm meant to be vitriolic toward Canada, Spain, France, their foothold in the British and all of them people. Forget all of them. And you notice how I don't intend to go to none of these countries. I never would set foot in the UK or Britain or whatever it's called. I don't know. France, Spain. I don't care to go to none of these countries. I don't care. Who in the hell would choose to go to Canada? Who in their right mind? That's how I know you're scared to go to other places. You just choose Canada because it feels safe and it feels like it's closer to America. That's why you don't want to go far, because if something go down, you can't use your critical thinking skills to get yourself out of that. You're scared to go out and talk to people. and learn how to read the room to make connections in other countries. I get it. I get it. That's why family will never drop everything and try to help you because you don't know anybody. He said, been to France, food was decent. Salute to France. That's what you, salute to France's food, I meant to say. If the food is good to you, and I'm saying salute on the strength of you, Brother Zeke. I'm getting sleepy. That's what I'm trying to keep myself up, man. I saw that video, I think. Black Tiger, if that's the same video that you're talking about, I think I saw it. He said, notice I ain't mentioned much else of it. Oh man, they said it smells so bad in France. They said it's so dirty. Or I don't know. Which one is Italy? Is that the same thing? They said it's terrible in those places. They said there's so much trash everywhere. What's the Asian dude who, well, he's Asian and black. He got like blonde hair. He be all over TikTok trashing Europe. And he made all of them Europeans, he in the army, the military. And I think he's like gay, but he just be going out his way trashing Europe. He trashes Europe. He trashes all of these countries because they think they just, man, he went to all of these countries, had his military money and took some time off and went to these countries. I think he's back in the military now. And he went to France, Europe, he went to Spain, he went to all of these places, trashing them right in front of their faces. For years he was in trashing them because he lived out in these places and he was in the military. So he just got plenty of videos showing a disgusting, he said, see, they don't want you to show you this is a nice part of the beach over here, and then he'll show it. Y'all got to look at his TikTok video, it's funny. He said the Eiffel Tower area is so stinking dirty. Bro, that just popped up on my feed about a week ago. I was like, damn, he's still doing content? He trashed over there by the Eiffel Tower. He said, this is all y'all come here for? He said, this is garbage. He was just going in. And he got so much hate throughout the years, thousands upon thousands of messages of hate. And he don't care. He said, oh, y'all think y'all gonna run me off the internet? It ain't happening. And you know he's a little sassy. So he don't mind. He's like, I'm feminine. I don't care. So he got all of that. And he coming at you. And he been threatened. He's been all by these countries. And he still shits on them. Because he said, y'all keep making it seem like that these countries are the best thing walking. He said, they're not. He said, you got countries over there in Africa, and he's been there too, that is ish on Europe. And he was like, but again, and he gets on so many black people, he said, see, y'all think because people got white skin that they're necessarily better. Or he just goes, oh, he been attacking black people for feeling that white is better. I was like, what type of time is he on? Y'all go look at his channel. He's a blonde-haired dude that's light-skinned. He's like Grego's complexion. But you could tell he has Asian blood heavy in him. And he goes in. Just put in on TikTok, the Eiffel Tower is trash or something like that. He called it trash. He calls it trash. He's Eurasian. No, he's black. He's from the States. His father's black or his mother's black. One of them are black. And his father's black and his mother's Asian. I don't know what part of Asia, but he looks Asian and mixed with black. He looks like it. He's in the U.S. military. So salute to y'all, man. I gotta go. Peace to y'all. Peace.